In 1991, video game company Sega would introduce to the world Sonic the Hedgehog, a simple video game about a cocky, speedy blue hedgehog called Sonic, who has to go on an adventure to save a bunch of cute critters from being enslaved and turned into a robot army by the villainous Dr. Robotnik. At a first glance, the game looked like any other typical platforming game. However, Sonic had one thing that made it feel unique. Instead of being another slow platforming adventure along the lines of Super Mario Bros. Or Mega Man, Sonic was the exact opposite. Sonic was all about blazing speed, dashing through multiple wide open levels faster than the speed of sound. And this unique style of gameplay was what let the game become a huge success. The game was unbelievably popular, even going on to rival Mario in popularity, and after this newfound success, Sonic would keep on going. Throughout the last 3 decades, the Sonic franchise would keep producing more content, with more games, cartoons, comic books, and an entire movie trilogy with a planned 4th one on the way. Saying Sonic is one of the kings of the gaming industry would be an understatement. However, one thing about Sonic, specifically in the community, has come up a lot in recent discussions about the franchise. A lot of people in the Sonic fan base are autistic, and it's not just a small group. It seems to be a very large and very present group in the community. But why is that? Why does Sonic seem to attract such a large autistic community? Well, in this video, I'm going to theorise some potential reasons as to why. So, without further ado, let's press start. At a first glance, Sonic may look like it would be just any other special interest for a person with autism. However, there seems to be a much deeper connection and reasoning for why so many autistic people seem to love Sonic. But what is it? To find out, I'll be looking at 4 different aspects of the franchise and see how they may contribute to why autistic people love this franchise. Now, it's important to note that what I say in this video does not apply to all people on the autism spectrum. Different autistic people show different symptoms with their own interests and strengths. It's also important to note that not all autistic people love Sonic. There are plenty of autistic people who aren't big fans of the series at all. With all that information in mind, let's get into it. Ever since the beginning, any Sonic story, whether it be games, movies, cartoons, etc., always follows the same basic storyline. Dr. Robotnik is up to another one of his evil schemes, and Sonic and his friends have to stop him. Even in some entries in the franchise where they introduce completely new villains, the whole story of Sonic has to save the day from evil remains the same. This easy to remember and easy to get into storyline could potentially be a reason many autistic people love Sonic. From the very start of the story, you can tell where it's going to go and what to expect. Very rarely will a Sonic story subvert expectations or do something different, which for an autistic person could provide comfort, as many autistic people tend to prefer sameness and predictability. So to summarise, autistic people may enjoy the stories because they follow the same story structure each time, very rarely try to do something different, new and unexpected, and they're easy to read and remember. Pretty simple to get behind. However, there's more to a game than just its story. So let's move on to... Ever since that first game in 1991, the gameplay style of Sonic games has remained the same, save for the various spin-off games. To this day, Sonic games still follow the same formula: run through a vibrant, colourful level, defeat some enemies, collect rings and other items, and make it to the end. Even after how this formula is presented has been changed a few times over the years, the idea is still the same. This style of gameplay could be popular with autistic people for many reasons. For one, the idea is very simple and easy to get into. There's very few instances where the player has to do something other than playing through levels or fighting bosses. On top of that, the fast-paced nature of the gameplay could provide visual stimuli, and the need for the player to pay attention and look out for things like alternate routes and shortcuts can feel very rewarding for a person with autism. But this gameplay style isn't just something autistic people can enjoy because it's fun. It could provide actual benefits for them too. The natural interactivity can improve quick problem-solving skills, and the fast pace can improve reaction timing. So to summarise, autistic people may enjoy the gameplay of Sonic because it's very simple and easy to play, can provide visual stimuli, feels rewarding to play and master, and can improve and benefit some of their skills. Plenty of solid reasons. However, you can't just have a game with a story and some gameplay. In my opinion, the most important part of a game would have to be throughout its 30-year history, the Sonic franchise has created a large cast of recognizable characters. These characters could be popular with autistic people for a couple reasons. Every character's trait and characteristics can be identified just by looking at different aspects of their designs. For example, their colours. Main heroic characters like Sonic, Tails, Amy, etc. all primarily feature brighter colours, which could provide a sense of security and comfort for an autistic person. However, villainous or anti-hero characters like Dr. Robotnik, Knuckles or Shadow all primarily feature darker and more toned down colours, which could evoke negative and uneasy feelings in an autistic person. And it's not just colour that can add to a character's design. Some characters also have very pronounced shapes as part of their designs. One character who I think shows this very well is Infinite. Infinite's design is covered in sharp and pointed edges. The ends of his gloves and his shoes, the centre of his mask, the tips of his ears, the phantom ruby on his chest, etc. This usage of sharpness almost makes Infinite appear like some sort of blade, like he can cut through absolutely anything. That, on top of him using the previously established darker toned down colour scheme, truly makes Infinite look and feel like a threat, which could make it very easy for autistic people to tell that he plays the role of a villain. Now, there's one more thing that I would like to talk about, and that is Sonic himself. But not about what parts of his design contribute to his character, but rather his character by itself. Sonic, as a character, is meant to represent freedom and following your own path, regardless of how others may perceive you. This optimistic character could very heavily resonate with many autistic people. In society, many autistic people often feel shunned and left out, and are often told to or feel the need to act differently in order to fit in and be normal. It's a very common way in which many autistic people are treated, and while it's not as harsh as it was many years ago, the prejudice is unfortunately still present today. Characters like Sonic could be reassurance for autistic people, a way to feel seen, an escape from everyday life and a way to be who you are without judgment. This spark of hope that Sonic holds could be why so many autistic people love him. They see him as an idol, the ideal and preferred way to live, being able to follow your own rainbow. So to summarise, many autistic people may like the characters of Sonic because they have varying traits and characteristics, have one or a few specific aspects of their designs to easily identify what they're like, and, in the case of Sonic himself, can act as an inspiration and provide them with comfort and safety. And now, we finally move on to the final category. While people may disagree on the quality of the Sonic series, one thing that most people can agree is almost always amazing is the music. And this music could be another reason many autistic people love Sonic. In every soundtrack, every song is catchy and upbeat, and only sometimes delves into sad and emotional music. And while most of the soundtracks utilize rock and metal, they do utilize a wide variety of other genres too.
Out the wilderness with the ruggedness. Knock knock is Knuckles, the blow thrower, independent flower, magical emerald holder.
The genre variety and energy of the soundtracks could provide audible stimuli for autistic people, and, on top of that, it can provide some actual benefits for them too. Music genres like rock and metal can calm an autistic person and help them concentrate better with whatever task they've been presented with. This style of music, combined with the fast-paced, energetic gameplay, could be perfect for providing an autistic person with a fun task that they can easily concentrate and focus on. So to summarise, many autistic people may enjoy the music of Sonic because it can provide audible stimuli and excitement, help keep them calm, and it can help them better concentrate on both the game itself and any other everyday tasks. And there you go. There are multiple reasons why autistic people may potentially love Sonic. Whether it be the simple storylines, fun and engaging gameplay, wide roster of recognisable and likeable characters, or the upbeat and energetic music. Hopefully this video provides you a better understanding for why this franchise is so popular with autistic people. Thank you for watching.